when you discover when you discover FAC Arts International, the rest is easy. FAC, it's a name that is carved out from my name and my surname. The F there stands for Friday. The A there stands for Aries, as from my surname Ariakwe. Then the A there stands for arts, as in fine arts. Then the C is the center. So in one word, or it's known as FAC. So if I have to say it in full, it means Friday Aries Art Center. So the acronym is FAC. So with the arts in it, gives you the whole feel of what it all entails. We're here to stay. FAC Arts International is here to stay. We've come a long way. We've started our journey way back in as an undergraduate, and we've gone through different experiences. As FAC himself, myself, to say, I've gone through several stages, of fulfillment in the art. I could remember while in school, I featured mostly in exhibition at the trade fair. Anyway, let me just use that word, and precisely Lagos International Trade Fair. I carried myself there, to be able to at least show that I could do something for money. In art, there is this art people do for the sake of art, and there are arts, artists do also for the sake of money. There are arts that are commercialized, and there are arts that are done for art's sake. So I would say, in one word, I was trying to experience my own drive, as to see how it is like to make art for commercial purpose. So that made me to begin to go for trade fairs. That made me to begin to showcase what I made and see how people would want to appeal, how it will appeal to people, how they will want to come to me and want to ask me to offer them a prize so that they can pick it. So I looked at it. There was this technique I started with then. It's known as I called it veneer on board. So I used veneer, and there's a way I use lacquer to do some finishing for it and all that. So I also went ahead to begin to make t-shirts. I also went ahead to begin to customize greeting cards for people. So precisely at the fair, the very first exhibition that I went, that is the trade fair itself, I pushed myself as a solo artist who is still in school, trying to showcase what he's capable of doing. So I was out there with my handmade cards. I remember vividly that I laid it on a straw board. Those cards were done on a straw, were laid on a straw board, done with light cards, that's normal cardboards. I now had to laminate it on a straw board, different designs and all that. So in the process of calling out for people to come see what I do, there's this way I do it. I stand by the roadside and close to where my exhibits were, and I'll keep chanting, calling passerby, come on, be the best this season, send the best Christmas card, designer card, come on, be the best, party yo-yos, come on. I yell at people, call them, and some stop to see what I got. Some gave me some encouragement, by patronizing. I remember vividly then those cards were being sold for as low as little as 5 naira, 10 naira. And I got encouraged for the 10 days in the trade fair. I sold some good cash. I mean, some reasonable amount of money, and that gave me more encouragement to want to continue in it. So went back to school, came back again after some book work. You know, another year there's still trade fair. So the trade fair experience, was not like the first, because there's every year there's a different way that I go, and that is there's an improvement of how I display my exhibits and all that. And I was really thrilled that I got some good responses that spur me further to continue in the trade of handmade greeting cards. So, and I did it. I was able to meet different kinds of people. I was able to get different levels and classes of clients. You know, so, and that same period, I could also remember there's this movement I did. I had to go explore the market area, because the experiences I had, you know, going for trade fairs. Trade fair is like a market, even if the market will only last for 10 days. I increased my determination to want to penetrate markets. So I tried to go to Alaba International Market. And while there, I got so encouraged by the people I met there. Strangers, there are people that I never met before, but my going into that market, I got a lot of encouragers, and they were kind, and I was given acceptance, and that made me begin to, get more hope that what I'm doing, there's a good light at the end of the tunnel. So that kept me going. I was there each time I come. I remember when I was doing my youth service. After my youth service, I decided to go station there, because I feel okay. I've been able to, while in school, then each time I come around after the trade fair, you know, I bust into the market. Sorry for using the word bust, but I go into the market to see how I can